What continues to make nursing thrive is its people. They're compassionate, they're trusted. It's a profession that people look up to.
The opportunities provided to nurses are endless. If you can imagine it, you can do it. There are all kinds of jobs available to nursing. Some of our students like oncology. They want to work with little kids who have cancer. Some students want to be school nurses. Some want to be flight nurses. Some want to be corporate nurses. It's just endless of the types of things that you can do.
UTPB is really a unique institution in many respects. Our faculty are superior. They're all highly qualified. We have relatively small classes so that faculty and students can interact, get to know one another, help students over the inevitable obstacles that they experience as they pursue their education. We provide internship opportunities, and of course nursing provides clinicals, so students get a real hands-on education. UTPB over decades has been among the top 10 universities in Texas for graduates going on and obtaining jobs or going on to graduate or medical school.
Being a caring nurse is kind of the backbone of nursing. That's like Nurse 101. I don't think you should be allowed to be a nurse if you don't care. That's kind of our job, is to be at the bedside, and to legitimately just be the one, their eyes and ears, their advocate, and to be the one that hears them and hears their hearts and can step in when they need them, because they're down when they're here. They're down. It's their bad day.
Well, we have a nursing faculty here that we specifically recruit because they take an interest in student well-being and student success. And that means not just working closely with them in the clinical and the didactic setting, but also outside of the classroom and preparing students to be caregivers to their future patients.
The nurse is a person who is fanatic about making sure the right things happen for the patient.
And we really push for them to realize that they are, once again, that support person. They're the ones that they're there to listen sometimes, and sometimes that's all it takes, is listen to hear people out. But at the same time, to give advice to patients and let them know that they understand sometimes what they might be going through.
Regardless of the amount of education you have, the number of degrees or the credentials and things behind you, that you've always got to be engaged in lifelong learning. You're never going to know enough, and you've got to be aware of your own actions, and that my actions day to day with every interaction with a patient, I've got to make sure that it counts, and it counts for something that's really good. That I'm going to be engaged in that lifelong learning, so I'm going to read pertinent information, I'm going to be engaged in my professional organizations, and so I can get the knowledge that I need as practice or the practices change. But I'm going to be engaged in that. That's what makes I think that makes an exceptional nurse.
I think they stressed from day one of the program that nursing is constantly evolving. You're never going to know everything. There will never come a time where you get to stop learning.
UTPB really encouraged us to have imagination. They wanted us to use our own thought processes and not just follow exactly the steps that were provided. They wanted us to improve our environment and not just follow what has been done in the past.
But our students have to think critically, have to not just accept what's given to them, but to be able to take a situation and analyze what's best in that situation and come out with a variety of alternatives that serve their patients' needs, and that serve their work opportunity. That's what a university education is about, is being able to provide the kind of tools to a student so when they graduate, they're capable of going out and making imaginative decisions that are successful on their own.
This has to be the most terrific faculty anywhere. This faculty is very professional and they are very caring. This is the most understanding faculty of students anywhere, and they take the time to care about students. And that's true for this university.
Thanks to generous gifts, we've been able to create a marvelous, modern sim center in which students are able to practice their clinical skills, oftentimes on mannequins, which simulate real-life illnesses and health situations in advance of them actually going into a clinical setting. So we're really able to provide students with this world-class education.
You know, the UTPB Nursing program helped me because my schedule was so fast and furious. They helped me if there was a situation when I had to take my son to the doctor, or I had to take him to school, or you know, and be slightly late. They understood every time. I mean, there was no doubt. They didn't question what was going on. They knew that, you know, I had a life outside of the program.
I know many physicians in the community, and one of them in particular has told me that when she looks at nursing students prepared by other organizations and then looks at UTPB nursing students, it's very clear that UTPB students perform in a superior fashion on critical thinking, knowing what needs to be done and knowing how to get it done in an effective way. And that's really saying something.
I would say definitely go for it. That UTPB has given me so many different opportunities and so many more doors that have opened. I'm an alumni now, but I would not have chosen to go anywhere else even if I could have.